I'm Nicole Wood, and I'm here with Des. She is the student council president. So, Des, can you explain to me what a little more about what STUCO is?
Student council is a leadership for the students at Liberty High School, and we do like the behind the scenes of like the dances and just like the spirit weeks, and just try to make our school like have fun.
So what exactly is your position in STUCO?
In student council, I'm the executive president.
So tell me more about what the executive president does.
As executive president, I plan every meeting for student council, and I'm kind of just in charge of like the whole council and keeping them in line and keeping them on track for the whole year.
So at student council meetings, what do you guys do? When are those held?
We have a meeting every Monday during Liberty Hour, and we just go through like upcoming events that we have, and we plan upcoming events, and that's pretty much it.
How did you get started in STUCO? Like, what made you want to start being a school leader?
Actually, in 8th grade, my stepdad, he was like, hey, you should go out for student council and apply. And I was like, what's student council? So I was like, okay, I'll try it. And I put in an application, and I ended up like loving it. And I've just kept growing from that.
And how does 8th grade, is there any differences from 8th grade to, like, 8th grade student council, if that's what it's called, to high school student council? Like, what's the differences?
Yeah, there's definitely a difference. In 8th grade, we really didn't do much except for, like, a few spirit weeks and maybe, like, one dance. But at high school, we do multiple spirit weeks. We do a lot of dances. We do community service. We have the highway cleanup. We just do a lot more events and a lot of more work around the school.
So revolving around the dances, what do you guys do to get prepared for like a dance for the school?
For most of our events, we end up splitting up into committees, and each committee is in charge of a certain task. Like, so if we did a dance, there would be a decorations committee, there would be a king and queen candidate committee, there would be ticket sales committee, and then just on and on of what aspects we need for the dance.
So were you in charge of all the committees? Like, is that what your thing, or were you placed in a certain thing?
Well, so there's an executive board, and so there's a president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer, and each person on the executive board is in charge of a committee. So I split up the council into each committee, and so we're all just in charge of our own committees.
Right. What would you say is your favorite part about student council?
My favorite part about student council is like just getting to know more people throughout the school and like interacting, and I also like planning events and like just like using my leadership skills to benefit the school.
Right, so do you think after high school, since you liked it so much, do you think you're going to try to do something like this in college if they have things like this in what college you're going to?
Yeah, I'm going to Most State, so I probably will maybe join a sorority and maybe be like a president of a sorority or something like that.
That's awesome. What do you think that one of your like greatest accomplishments in STUCO is? Like what? Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to say this year, bringing back the homecoming parade, since we haven't had it for the last 5 years, was one of my favorite accomplishments throughout my whole high school. It was just like really rewarding getting to like know that I got to bring back something that could last like forever. So.
Right. So how did you bring back the parade? Like, what did you have to do? Who did you have to go to do that?
Bringing back the parade was a lot of work. We went to the Liberty Public School Board and talked to them last year, and we met a lot during the summer, and we just started planning during the summer, and it was just a lot of communication between like the City of Liberty and Liberty Public Schools, and yeah.
So do you have to deal a lot with like the student council board when you do things, or is that just?
We have to deal a lot with Dr. Adams, the principal, just like getting things approved for the school, like dress-up days. If they're not appropriate, then we have to change them and stuff. But that's pretty much it, and she's really lenient about what we do. So.
Outside of school, I know you do other things like cheer. Is balancing student council and other things outside of school hard for you?
It can get difficult, especially when your teachers pile on a lot of homework, and we have a really big event coming up, but my teachers are really lenient, and they understand that I have a lot on my plate, so they take that into consideration.
For student council, are you usually here like late at night sometimes, like throughout the week?
Yeah.
Weekends?
Yeah, I spend a lot of time here. I feel like I basically stay the night, but when we have events coming up like homecoming or prom or any big event, I'm normally here till at least 6 o'clock, working on posters or decorations and stuff like that.
Do you feel pressured for like making things for the homecoming parade when you have to get things together? Like, do you feel pressure from the students to make them have a good time? Like, do you feel that pressure to make things good for all the students?
I mean, I feel like there's always going to be those students that are going to be Debbie Downers about everything, and so I just kind of have to like look past that and be like, well, if you're going to act like that and not enjoy it, then that's just how it's going to be. But I think it'll be fine. Like, I don't know.
That's good. So thank you, Des, but we will be back after this short break.
Woo! Woo!
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Welcome back. So, Des, you do a lot for the school, but what do you do outside of school? Like things that don't have to involve the school you volunteer for outside of, what is that?
Yeah, we have an adopted highway, and so we clean up trash on the side of the highway twice a semester, and so that's kind of like community service. We have a week called Believe It or Not We Care, and during that week we go out into the community each night and we have events, like we've done things at Hillcrest, or we've gone to like a local nursing home and we like just play games with them, and we do a lot of like behind the scenes community service that people don't really realize.
So does everyone in Stuco do these things, or is it optional?
Yeah, most of it is required. You have to at least go to one highway cleanup a semester, and believe it or not, during that week you have to at least go to at least like 3 events. So.
That's awesome. So taking it back to the college thing, or not college, but after college, once you get done, do you think that from doing Stuco, you might want to further your career in something in like politics?
No, definitely not. I feel like at the high school level, student council doesn't really have anything to do with politics, and I actually don't ever follow politics, and I don't pay attention. So I think I'll just stick to like being in a sorority and stuff.
So throughout Stuco, or anything that has to do with Stuco, did you win any awards for Stuco?
Yeah, I've we have a banquet, and we get awards from that. I think I've won like a most involved student council leader last year, and then this year I got a Hope Award for the Walk the Talk Award.
What is the Walk the Talk Award?
The Walk the Talk Award was just like getting the upcoming freshmen involved and just being there for like our student council members, and yeah.
So as the executive president, you obviously have the younger classmen look up to you. How does it feel to have younger people looking up to you? Like, what does that make you feel like?
I kind of think of it as like I was once a freshman looking up to the seniors, so I think it's like a good, it's good to be like a good role model as a senior, because there are people looking up to me wanting to be in my position someday. So.
Do you do anything for Stuco like over the summer? Like, what do you do? I know you said you do plan stuff over the summer and everything like that, but is there any like camps or anything like that you do over the summer?
Yeah, I go to, it's student council camp in Fulton, Missouri, and we kind of, it's just a week to like brainstorm ideas from other schools and just get to know people. And it's, people say it's like a week that will change your life, and it like honestly is. It sounds really cheesy, but it's like one of the best weeks that I've had in my life. And then we also do, it's called Winter Energizer, and it's everyone from camp comes, and we all meet at a lake house, and we kind of just all get back together, and it's kind of like a boost to make it through the rest of the year. So
at the summer camp, what kind of things do you partake in? Like, what do you guys do?
So one of my favorite things from camp was it was Songfest night. And you get up with, like, you're split into councils, so you go up on stage with your council, and you basically, like, perform a big song. And, like, for me, I never thought that I would get up on stage, like, in front of a bunch of people, but, like, that made me want to, like, get up on stage. So, like, going to camp, like, boosts your confidence in a lot of things, and you learn a lot as a person.
When you go to camp, do you know everyone there? Is it from our school, or is it everyone in the state of Missouri?
Yeah, it's everyone in the state of Missouri. I actually didn't know anyone there going into it, but like I left like knowing so many friends I still talk to.
So do you think that Stuco will make you have lifelong friendships with the people that actually go to our school?
Yeah, I think as an executive member and executive board, like I feel like those people I will always have like a friendship with, but and like I'll always be friends with people on our council, but I'll also have friends from different schools to get their ideas from, so I like that.
Taking it back to the things that you do in school, other than dances, what else did you say you did?
We do dances, we did the homecoming parade, we do Mr. Liberty.
Do you guys do the send off for like the sports and stuff, or is that a different class?
That's leadership,
okay.
But we do a lot. I'm trying to think.
You guys make posters a lot for like the homecoming parades. Does that take a long time? Like, do you guys do that? Obviously, you just paint them by yourselves. Does that take a lot of time?
Yeah, we have a lot of poster making sessions, mostly every day after school or before school, and we just make posters. I don't know, it's kind of fun just sitting around and doing that, but yeah.
You guys have Spirit Weeks too, or you guys make Spirit Weeks. Like, how do you who's in charge of coming up with them, or how do you come up with them?
Well, as a council, we get together and we come up with a theme idea, and then we just branch off those ideas, and we come up with, I don't know, as a council, a lot of people have a lot of different ideas, so we all just put our minds together and come up with something.
So overall, do you think that Stuco will change your life?
I think it's a good learning experience and just to grow as a person, so yeah.
Good. Well, I think we're almost done, so we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, Des, and we'll be back.